What's up, love? Welcome back to Let's Work the Day with Tony Ray. If this is your very first time, I am Tony. So, as y'all can see, my hair is done for. The silk press is just real stiff and it's got to go. I'm about to get cute today and we're going to take this look to this. So, stay tuned if you want to see how I did my high ninja bun for today's look. All right, so as you can see, I just took my hot comb and I touched up my edges. I am natural, so my hair, when I do my silk presses, especially with it being humid outside, my edges tend to shrivel up first. So because I want my ponytail to be as sleek as possible, I went ahead, took a little bit of my Chi Iron Guard heat protectant, and then I went ahead and took my hot comb and just kind of touched up around the edges. I don't want to use too much heat because I typically don't use heat after I straighten my hair the first time, but it was only a little bit, so it is what it is. So as you can see, I've kind of got my hair parted off in sections. I've got like a middle little ponytail, and then I've got some of the back down, and I've got this kind of parted off. So I am doing my high ponytail, but the reason I have my hair parted like this is because I don't want to spray my whole entire hair with holding spray. So what I want to do today is just show you guys how to still achieve the same slick look without having to use as much product. Because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, like I'll put my ponytail in and I leave it like maybe 2-3 days, and that's because my hair, it just gets so crusty and I just don't like that nasty crusty feeling on my hair. So we're going to do it today with as minimal product as possible. So all I'm going to do, and I'll explain for a second and then I'll just go ahead and fast forward through it. That way you guys can see it's a very repetitive process. But I'm just going to take one little section at a time, spray that down, and just really keep combing that upward. And then you want to take your blow dryer and blow dry that section. So the goal of this whole process, doing your hair in little section by little section, especially when you are natural, and in my case, I have dense hair. I have a lot of hair. So in order for me to really get my ponytail to look as sleek and finished, sleek. I said sleek. To get it as sleek and polished as I want it to be, I have to take smaller sections of hair. And so it is a tedious process, but if you want your ponytail to look real nice, you're just gonna have to go through the process, sis. Okay, so I'm going to, hold on, because I know this thing is loud. So that's why I said I'll go ahead and just go through it, put some background music on, do a little montage, because it will take me a hot second to go ahead and do section by section on this. But I just wanted to explain how you go ahead and achieve the ponytail by doing this part of it. So we're gonna slick it down and then we're gonna come back and I'll explain how to do the top knot on the ninja bun. Okay, so told y'all that was a tedious process. So each like section by section, you see I went ahead and smoothed down my hair. So I've got my final ponytail in place before I slick down my little baby hairs. I'm gonna go ahead, put my bun on, and then that way I can take the rat tail of my comb and really slick everything up into its final position. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my strip on so I can really just flatten out my edges and secure my little baby hairs down. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not using fresh hair. Fresh hair to me tends just to not want to stay in place as much. So I'm just taking some braiding hair that I've been doing my ninja buns with the past couple weeks, and I'm gonna use that hair instead, just because it's a little more like, I don't necessarily want to say matted and tangled, but in a sense, it's kind of like a little ratty and, you know, kind of tangled together in a sense. So in my opinion, it just stays better for the bun. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my hair, which is a little darker than mine right now because I put that black rinse on my hair and it's rinsed out. My hair is brown right now. So I'm taking half of the hair and I'm just going to kind of like mix mine in between. And then kind of just pull out the hair so it's kind of straight, because we're going to begin to rotate this right from the base. I wanted my bun to be just a little lower. It was kind of high for my taste. So I went ahead and brought it lower, and there's my base. Here's my first knot. It's gonna be like right in front of that, okay? And again, you wanna keep it as nice and tight as you can get it. So just keep on twisting and then twist around. And again, keep twisting and twist around. So all of your rows on your little bun will be right underneath each other. So you can see mine, they're stacked pretty closely together. And same thing for this final row. And again, if your hair gets a little tangled, just kind of take a comb, because where the hair twists at, we want that to be nice and flat, okay? So again, there is my last row for my bun, because I'm gonna do 3 rows, and then I'm gonna twist the rest of this hair as tightly as possible. And this is what's gonna really secure this bun in place, okay? So again, just keep twisting that as much as possible, tightly around that base. And then if you need to kind of really get the hairs tucked in there, go ahead and take your rat tail comb. And then I always like to just take a little bit of spray on the end. I typically don't like to use bobby pins just because I got a really tender head. So wearing these ponytails is already enough. And I don't really need anything extra sensitive on top of that. So now I'm gonna, this is why I said I wanted to put my bun in first, because now I can go in with my rat tail and really just tuck everything in so that it's nice and smooth. to put a little bit of spray, like I need a little bit on this side. Comb that upwards. Take the base of that rat tail and really just smooth it down as much as you can get it. That kind of just really tucks everything into your base. Okay, now I'm just gonna make sure it's nice and straight. So go ahead and take a little bit of spray. You see I have some flyaways up here right at the top. So I'm gonna take my comb, gently push those down because we don't want to mess up the bun. Kind of comb them down and then tuck them in with the rat tail so that everything is nice and smooth again. And if you need to do that process on a couple different sides, I always kind of just go ahead and spray the bun anyway, just so I can make sure everything is in place the way that I want it to be. I'm gonna go in with my Belatique edge control. Ooh, belching. So let's go ahead and slap a little bit on there, on like 2 little rows of baby hairs. So we'll do the same thing on this side. So again, you can see a little bit better on this side. I'm going to take, well, kind of part it because I'll have 2 rows, right? So go ahead, put my comb in place, draw down, put my finger, and then go backwards. So that, draw down, kind of put it back. And you can keep doing that process until you round them out however you want them to be. So I have mine about right there. I'm going to take that comb and kind of cut it upwards, and that's going to create the baby hair that I want for today. And same thing on this bottom. So I've got my little soup and just pull it upward. And then kind of comb the tails into place so that they're nice and smooth. This is the finished look of the high bun. So I'm about to go ahead and do my makeup. I'm just gonna spray. Oh Lord, I'm gonna spray this one last time because what I'm gonna do is put a black strip on my hair, and then I'm gonna blow dry my edges just a tad so that all of this can like really smooth out at the top and flatten out. So let's get a couple black strips going and put that right on top of where I did my little baby hairs at. Tie that up. I always do this. Oh, I tore. I always do this process just so my hair can like really dry into place. I mean, this is not you don't have to do this step, but I just feel like it helps everything kind of really come together at the end for a nice, like, real slick ponytail. All right, so that is it on the hair. Let's go do this face because I got a whole look that I'm about to give y'all today. So thank you, love, for coming to hang out with me today. If you are loving the content that I have been putting out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, and also make sure that you are hitting that notification bell as well so you can see when each new video is available. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I will catch y'all on the next